Nearly afternoon everybody. Welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. I hope you enjoyed that last hour with myself and David and those brilliant Halloween stickers. Well, all the stickers are fabulous, aren't they? And they're on a 3 for 2, so don't forget to go and check those out on the website, because you could actually decorate quite a lot of stuff here with your stickers, and we've got storage for them as well, not just the one that we've just bought you, but I think these are going to be really good as well. So first of all, let me introduce you to the team. We've got our Amanda on camera. Now Amanda's mic'd up, so she's going to be giving you her thoughts on the products as well. We've got Amber in the driving seat today, and then you've got me on my own for an hour, so chaos may well ensue, especially the mood I'm in today. I'm in one of those moods, Amanda. Not a bad mood, just one of those where I'm cheeky. Every day, that really. Anyway, right, let's tell you a little bit about live shopping and how you can shop with us here at Highlight Crafts. So you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, our shoppable platforms are Facebook, Instagram, and the website. So if you're shopping on either of the socials, all we're going to do is give you a code that works alongside a product. And if you want to buy that product, you just type the word shop and then the code into the comments underneath the video. So if you look at your screen right now, there are 2 words in bold, shop and white. That's what you're going to type in if you want to buy those. Please leave me one set. I say that every time we bring them and I never get one. I'm kidding. I'd rather you have them. Right, so that will put it into a basket for you. Then you'll get a direct message, and when you open that message, you'll find a link. If you click the link, that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your account, so you get the benefits of being a club member, which are loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, extra discount on every single order, and on a basket spend over £35 after those discounts, we will pay your postage so that you don't have to. So it's all the benefits. So that's why I need you to log in before you check out. Now, if you're like me, I like to watch it on YouTube but shop on the website, because I like it on the TV. But I like shopping on the website. I don't need to remember codes. And when you shop on the website, all you do is go to highlightcrafts.com, go to watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items will appear down the right-hand side of your screen. You're then just going to select the ones that you want to purchase, and they'll go into a basket, which will appear at the top of your screen like a little red shopping bag. Okay, so that will go, all your products will go in there. Then you're going to click on that, and that will take you through that login and checkout process. Now, if you're somebody that's just joining us and you don't want to miss out on any of the shows, if you type the word live into the comments underneath the video, it will give us the opportunity to send you a little notification to your phone before we go live, so you don't miss any of the shows. We also put quite a lot of repeats in now for you as well when we're not live. So if you are working or you're away or you're busy or whatever it is you're doing, then you're not missing out. But if you want to be a really savvy shopper, if you go onto highlightcrafts.com at midnight, there's a banner on the screen on the homepage that says shop today's deals. That will enable you to shop everything that's on the show. Right, I might jump around a bit in this hour, Amber, because I want to show you certain products before I show you the others, because I don't think they're going to last. Right, first of all, these. Now, first question will be, am I getting both? Yes, you are. Absolutely you are. These are some of the best made hat boxes that I have ever seen. You're getting 2 of them, so they come one inside the other. They've got that faux leather strap on the side of them. I'm just going to move that one out of the way, then I can get to this. They're stitched. Look at that. They're stitch detail on the top. They didn't need to do that. They put the stitch detail around the rim, and then you've got your leather strap with a metal buckle. I can't believe you're getting 2 of these for $14.99. I know, Amanda. I know. Now, the strap is attached at the back with metal fixings. Look at the base, look at the seams down here as well. All those metal fixings down there. Really good quality board. Now, I would use these for storage all around the house. I put towels in one, face cloths in another, all that kind of stuff. But as a Christmas Eve box, this would be stunning. Now remember, we bring you A3 rice papers now that we print on our machines. Imagine this decorated inside and outside with some of the rice papers. Imagine a whole village of stickers all the way around the bottom of that. So have a look at the Christmas ones while we've got them on a 3 for 2, because you can buy 3 of the same design and you could have a whole forest going on around the bottom. If there are any of these left, I'm having them, and I am going to do that for Christmas boxes. In fact, all my homemade gifts, because I'm making all my Christmas presents this year, all my homemade gifts can go into one of these. God, there you are. Merry Christmas. But you're not just getting one. If you were getting that for $14.99, I'd think you were getting a brilliant bargain. However, that's the smallest one. You're getting a bigger one too. Now I have something similar to this. They're not quite as good quality as these, I have to say, in my bedroom, just as decorative elements, because I really like them. And Mick, my husband, is a little bit of a hoarder, shall we say. So if there are any left, and I don't want you to leave them just for me, if you want them, get them. But if there are any left, I'm going to get them for him, because there's stuff everywhere. And it needs to be put into something. I get it, he's got a lot of stuff, but I need it in something, please. So that when I'm cleaning, right? Exactly. So, shop grey, and can I say it's a really lovely grey. It's not cool as in a cold grey, but it's not warm enough as in brown enough. And you can see it's got almost like a linen texture to it. Honestly, guys, these are amazing. So shop grey will get you those. I like the grey. It's quite a nice neutral colour, so it will go with most decor. And I love the fact that you've got that faux leather strap on. That's super cool. Now, your white ones, slightly different. So, same, slightly shallower, but with the ribbon on there as well. And again, you can see really well made inside. If I show you the bottom, it looks like somebody's gone round and crimped a pie. Like a flan dish, doesn't it? How cool is that? Oh, I'll tell you what, Amanda. Could I just stash chocolate underneath there? Couldn't you? Because there's a recess. Right, so you're going to get that one. Give a minute, give a minute. That one and that one. Shop white, $14.99. As a crafter, I think every one of us can find a use for that, right? Every one of us. Right, so shop grey, $14.99. I can't believe we're doing it at $14.99 for 2. But we are, so take advantage. Or shop white. So my advice will be, if you're doing rice papers, get the white one, because then you don't need to base coat it and the colour will pop. And then your stickers, I want to do that winter forest with the stags all the way around, because I think that will be lovely. So if you got the trees all the way and the stags, and then all the floral embellishments would look absolutely beautiful. And what a fantastic gift for somebody, isn't it? Also, I'll tell you what else would be really nice for, a new baby box. So if you've got somebody in the family who's having a baby, you can put your muslin cloths in there, your nappies in there, your bottles, you can fill it and have a whole stash. Or what I do is, instead of buying for the baby, I buy for mum, because she's done all the hard work, hasn't she, really? So you could have your bubble baths, your muslin cloths, your shower scrubs, all that kind of thing inside. What a lovely treat, right? A candle, so when she gets a minute to have a bath by yourself when the kids are grown up and left home. Right? Or in Amanda's case, the dogs. Yes. Then, yeah, perfect. Right. Grey or white? Were you going to say something, Amanda?
Do they fit inside the grey ones?
I would have thought so. We will soon find out.
Because you could have a full tower of 4, couldn't you? Especially if you change the colour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's have a look.
Wow. Half the stock of both. Knew that was going to happen. Let's see if the white one fits inside the grey one. Yeah. Yeah? Sold?
Yeah.
There we go. Sold to the lady in yellow. The one that has... But you need stuff like this though, Amanda, don't you?
I do, yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think we all do, but I love the idea of doing it with the stickers. I'm a little bit obsessed with that now. Right. Half the stock of both of them gone. Right, next I'm going to come to the vinyl. over here. And I know that's not a storage solution, but rewind. I had it added to the show because these, which are your drawer organisers, how cool are these, right? Do you know what I'd use in these? I'd use them in my fridge. Right? So you know when you've opened a packet of cheese, my husband doesn't know what cleaning out the fridge means. So he'll literally take the cheese out, take a lump off it and put it back in, and the drives me crazy. But imagine those, but drawer organisers. Think about these in your drawers in your craft room. So you've got your pens, you've got your glitters. All those glitters we've been bringing in those little pots. How annoying is that going to be when they're all lined up on your desk and you knock them over? In here, scissors, tweezers, poker tools. I think these are brilliant. And can I just say, they're really nicely made. They're a solid acrylic. They're really nice. They've even got the little feet on the bottom, which just blows my mind. Because how many of these are we getting? Amber, sorry, I've jumped to these little drawer storage. Let me have a look. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of the medium. You've got 2, 4, 6, 14 of that one. You've then got 4 of that one and 2 of that one. How much are they, Amber, please? What's the code? Can we put the details on the screen? $24.99. Blinking heck. That's really good, isn't it? Oh yeah, I like this idea. So if you're somebody that's got that drawer in your kitchen, like we all have, where everything just gets chucked in, Amanda's going like that. And she's thinking every drawer in my house is like that. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's not talking. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you want me to bring Ethan in?
Nope.
Brilliant. Now, I think these are great. I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd have these on my desk. So I'd have all my glues in one. I'd have my pens in another. I'd have a sanding block and some sandpaper in another. Whatever craft you do, these are going to be great for jewellery and also really good for your crystal art. They'll be cracking. So if you want those shop drawer, you're going to get 4 different sizes, 2 of the extra large, 4 of the large, 8 of the medium and 14 of the small. I think that's a cracking idea. I'll tell you where else will be good. In a shed, in the garage, boot of your car, right? Boot of your car. All the stuff that you need, dog leads, all of that kind of stuff. All in there. Right, so shop drawer will get you all of those. I'm going to move those out of the way because I want to talk to you about this vinyl. Now, this is the vinyl that we've been bringing you for a while with the Scan and Cut shows. However, we don't always have it at this price. And the reason I wanted this to be added to the show is because the other day we were doing a show and we had these 2 sets of alphabets on. And these are brilliant. These are from Craftmaster. They're 1 plate. And you get lots and lots of different letters on each one, okay? Now, if you've got a Pro Cut or a die cutting machine that has a metal shim that will cut vinyl, which Pro Cut will, if that's what you've got, then now you can start to label all your jars. So, also on the show, we've got these little votive candle pots. Now, you could personalise that. And that could be, so if you have a Christmas table, everybody's place setting could be one of those with the name on, with a little sticker, one of the Christmas stickers, and candle sand. And when they walk into the dining room or the living room or wherever you do your Christmas dinner, they could all be lit. How lovely would that be, right? Because if one of them knocks it over, the sand puts it out. They'd be great. So that's why I had the vinyl added. So first of all, you're going to get 10 sheets of the holographic. Now with each pack, you're getting 1 pack of holographic, you get a bonus sheet that is 12 by 12 of your transfer tape, because once you've cut vinyl, you need something to transfer it with. And that's where your transfer tape comes in. That one reminds me of fruit salads, right? Amanda's like, yeah, I see that. You've got your wicked green in there. Oh, apparently, Amanda. Apparently. You look just like our Alice when you did that then. Have you got different glasses on today?
No.
Your eyes look bigger today.
Probably because I got my hair different.
Yeah, maybe because you've got your hair different. Yeah, you've got it down. Yeah, maybe. David's just informed me that Marks and Spencer's have released their Christmas decorations, and they are doing wicked baubles.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to get myself a little Christmas tree, because I can't put the big one up, there's no space for it at the moment, and decorate it with Wicked and the Grinch. Ooh, Wicked and the Grinch, I'm having that. Right, so you've got your green in there, you've got your red, I know, isn't that beautiful? Then you've got almost like a flamingo pink. Then you've got the, come back, I haven't finished with you yet. You've got a lovely, no. You've got your oranges, that with your autumn leaves, cut out of your autumn leaves would be stunning. Now, if you have a drawing file for an autumn leaf and you put a permanent marker in your universal pen holder, you can draw on top of this and then cut it out. Then you've also got your teal, and then you've got your transfer sheet. So you're getting a whole pack, 10 sheets of your holographic. On top of that, you're going to get 15 sheets of your matte black. Now these die cut, you could have mum, dad, grandma, granddad, whatever it is, and then they get to take that home. And then on Christmas night, when all the turkey's been eaten and everybody's fallen asleep and woken up again, and you've had tea. My mum, we always used to come, but was it Christmas Day? Christmas Day we used to have bacon sandwiches before we went, then this enormous meal, and then on Boxing Day all the family would come to us and my mum would cook a dinner, and then after tea we'd have blinking turkey sandwiches. I'm like, how much food do you need to eat in 2 days? But that will be lovely, because when they go home at Christmas night, when it's all done, they can light that and just remember the day. Isn't that lovely? So you're going to get 15 sheets of your black plus your bonus transfer sheet, and then you're also going to get 15 sheets of your white. Now, if you like a sticker as a sentiment, you can design your own with the fonts that are inside your machine's memory. The vinyl blade on this is incredible. I spoke to Katie yesterday. I said, when are these vinyl starter kits arriving? Katie, she went, oh, well, they've arrived and they've gone. I was like, blinking heck. So we've ordered some more. But if you haven't got a scan and cut, please don't think that's not for you, because it absolutely is. If you've got alphabet dies, and I love this. Now, Shop Casa is going to get you your vinyl bundle. So 40 sheets plus your 3 bonus transfer sheets for $17.99, and that's before your discount, which is amazing. Now, these alphabets, if you run these through with your vinyl, you're going to create your stickers. Okay, you're a bit obsessed with stickers at the moment, can you tell? But you can personalise them. So you can have your Miller jars with your sugar or your pasta or your tea or your coffee or whatever it's going to be, and you can label it. What are you laughing at?
Oh, sorry, Karen, bless you.
She's going, blooming Wi-Fi and basket thieves, gutted, missed the grey boxes. You've got to check out your baskets. Oh, Karen, if you haven't checked them out, is there still some in baskets? Couldn't Karen nick them? Karen, yeah, honestly.
Jump onto the website, Karen, you'll get one.
There you are, there's Amanda. Right, so you've got all of those now. You can personalise all those glass elements that we bring you. How fabulous are they? So Shop Upper is $8.99. That'll be the best $8.99 you spend today. And Shop Lower is also $8.99. So you decide whether you want both of them or one or the other. But I love dies like this. Personalisation is massive. Also, if you do your junk journals or your art journals or your bullet journals or your diaries, whatever it is, this is going to be fantastic. So earlier on today, you saw Stephanie take a box standard notebook, decorate it with all the stickers. Now you can personalise it before you gift it. There you go. Solution. Right, I'm coming back round here because I want to talk to you 25% of draw. These. I love these. I think they're cracking, aren't they? Honestly, I think they're brilliant. And the quality, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting the fabric ones that open up and zip. They're pens in there and brushes. They're fabulous, aren't they? I'll tell you what else. Your Cadence paints with the lid facing down.
Yes.
So all the paint runs to the bottom.
Yep.
You can see the colours at the top, and if any of it leaks, you can wash it off. I'm on it today. What last? But I'm on it today. Right, let's talk about sticker storage, shall we? Or storage for whatever you want it to be. This could be, so my thought on the stickers, Amanda, is that, and you guys at home, talking to all of you at once, is that when you buy a die, it's that size, right? So you've got that size and you make it bigger, etc., etc. But if you use your stickers in conjunction with your dies, you've then got them in different sizes, right? So you can build that perspective now. Even if you haven't got those, they're not nested, you can still build your pictures and your stories and your perspective, which I think is brilliant, right? But you need somewhere to store them. So why not print off your reflections, put them in this wallet with the stickers that coordinate with them. Look at that. Look at that. And look how well made that is. There's not many file folders you could do that with without the sides splitting. These are brilliant. I also love that it's rainbow.
Yeah, me too.
Right, it's the colour for me. I've got rainbow going on in my head now. There's an American channel, is it CBS?
Yes, CBS,
That
is
has
a channel.
something like this, do they? Their logo.
Yes.
There's a channel, don't
Yes.
they? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, got you.
That's just that. Yeah, that's just made me think of that. But your reflections with your stickers, or just your stickers, or just your reflections, or your paperwork, or your receipts, all of those documents that you need, whatever you need storage for. I'll tell you what else, your indexes for Micro Studio. That would be a good one. Because how many times do you open it up and you have to bring the indexes on the screen to see them and blow them up? Just print them off, label them. You've got all the little tabs in there to be able to label them as well. Look at the quality of that. Stands by itself. How cool is that? See, I'd have that on my desk. Just like that, right? Isn't that brilliant? All folds up. I love the fact that it's got carry handles on. Now, this is how much they care. Look at the grooves for your fingers in that handle there. Look at that. So when you put your hands in, it doesn't hurt. And there's one on the other side, exactly the same. And then you've also got this web in here. Now your tools could go in there if you wanted to. We say burnishing tools, to be fair, you don't really need them. But if you want one, you can do that. So that is Shop Wallet, $24.99. Now when we brought you the show this morning at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we didn't have this on the show. It literally got added last minute onto the show that David and I have just done. So if you haven't seen this before, grab that, get it in your basket and get them checked out. Just heard Karen say she's had it nicked out of the basket. You've got to be fast. Now then, this is another alternative and I love these because they'll go on your shelf and you could decorate them up with your stickers if you want to. You can absolutely do that. You've just seen me do it on metal, and those stickers work on the Quirky Bird tins, Amanda. You can personalise your tins now if you've got your vinyl. Right, so the way that these work is there's two little holes there. You just press into those, and this box pops out. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. These were made for CD-ROMs. But who still buys CD-ROMs? Maybe you do. Do they still make them? Do they? This was made for those, so they've got this lovely, almost like, what's the best way to describe this? You know the masks that we had to wear during lockdown? Like that. So it was a special material that kept your CDs from scratching. But look at this. I've cut up all my stickers, so I'm the person that will sit there on a Saturday afternoon in front of the telly, probably watching the football, and cutting these out and just cutting them into individual pieces so that when I come to do a project, I'm not sitting there thinking, God, I just want to spend 10 minutes now cutting around them. They're all done. So, full sheets in this, but your scraps in here. Also, your bits of vinyl, your bits of card. Dies, maybe you've got a set of small nesting dies, you want to put those in there. Maybe you've got little stencils that you want to go in there. But you're going to get, how many things do you get in here? So you've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 48 pockets in there. And they go back in here, like so, like that. There's a little index card there, so you can even label them. And imagine those right across your shelf, like that. Let me know what you'd use those for, because I think they're brilliant. Excuse me. Right, let's have another look at these. I'm just going to have a quick drink because otherwise that voice goes and you've no hope. Which might be a blessing, to be fair. Now then, an alternative to your storage for your reflections or your indexes are these. And these are great. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 of them for £9.99.
Yep.
That's £2 each. But they can't even make them for £2 each. Right, they've got 20 pockets in each one, so you've got 100. Now then, these might be what you use for your reflections or your indexes. So these are just like the thin polythene. They're still sturdy. And if we look at the middle, they're heat pressed in. Look at that. So they're not coming out. They're not just stuck in with glue. They're heat pressed in. These would be great for the kids as well, if they're doing the homework, stuff like that. Or if you plan a lot of projects ahead of time, so you get everything matted on, everything cut down, everything with tape on, and then when you need a card, you just go in and stick it together. I have quite a few friends that do that. Rather than sticking it all together, they just design it all, take a picture of it, pop it into something like this, so that when they need a card for a birthday last minute, it's ready to go. It's good, isn't it? So, but I would say definitely indexes, things like that. Your reflections, all that kind of stuff, they're going to be great in there. And you're getting 5 of them for £9.99. That's before your club discount. That's bonkers. Maybe you're somebody that started working from home during lockdown and you've never gone back into the office. It would be perfect for that. My grandma, when she was alive, bless her, every single card that she got on a bouquet of flowers, every single newspaper clipping from any of the grandchildren doing the swimming or the dancing or whatever it was, she kept everything and it was everywhere. Stuff like this just keeps it safe as well. So 5 of those, shop display, £9.99. Right, now then I'm going to talk to you about these jars, because if you get those alphabets, you can now label these. These, for me, are my favourite glass element that we bring you. I love them. I love the quality. They are fabulous to use in your kitchen, in your craft room, but also to decorate up. Now, when I first did one of these, I mirror sprayed inside it, first of all, because of course you imagine this is a mirror, right? That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Your stickers on here with a candle inside. Wow. Wow, imagine that. So you wake up Christmas morning, you open your stocking, and inside is this jar that's got this beautiful scent of Christmas, and then round the outside edge it's got this beautiful scene. That is going to look amazing, isn't it? You could use the lace stickers as the snow and then build up your design on here. But when I first did it, I mirror sprayed inside it. Looked great. Then on the outside I took Mixion glue and cut and use foam, and I just picked up a bit and I just swiped it from the bottom up like that. Just swiped it like that, and then put the metal flake or the metal leaf on top of it. Looked amazing. But then the cork didn't quite look right, because cork's very organic and this was quite glam, and I didn't know whether it was going to work, but I was really glad when it did, because I used Mixion on the cork and the metal leaf on top of that, and it's still there now. And then I put my Sospeso flowers around the outside edge. Seriously, these jars are brilliant quality. Now you're getting the 2 large and the 2 medium ones for £14.99. Maybe you've got kids who've just started university. Maybe it's going to be a little money pot, so when they come back on a Friday night and they've got a bit of change in the pocket, they put it on there. Maybe it's going to be for the flat sharing, and they need to put their name on it and label stuff. These are brilliant. They are fabulous. They are glass, so we make sure that they're packed really, really well for you. But Shop Miller, £14.99 is going to get you all 4. So that's £15. That is £7.50, £3.75 a jar. £3.75 a jar, right? And then you can make it your own. I love that. These, seriously, I love them. I think they're a really classy, elegant glass jar. There's something about them. I'm not sure what it is, but there is something about them that I love. But also think about this at Christmas. You know when you buy those big tins of chocolate? Why don't you put stuff like that in here? You know, fill it with bath salts and do a decorative element on the front. But for gifting and making, I think these are great. Shop Miller, $14.99. Right, let me talk to you about these wallets, please. Because these are going to save you nearly £1,000. I know, who knew, right? Now then, these are blinking brilliant. These are your polythene work card holders. I don't even know what that means, but they are a good polythene. It's like it's a little bit thinner, but the same plastic as you get when you buy a new carpet and it comes wrapped in polythene. That's what these are like. It's slightly thinner, but we don't want it that thick anyway. Now, there was a product years ago that came out called Cut Tidy. It still exists, and I believe it's $9.99 for 5 sheets, and you use it till it drops to bits. And the way that Cut Tidy works is because it's not card and there's no fibres to it, and the cutting edge of a die isn't sharp, it doesn't cut through the plastic, it stretches it. But it also allows it to undulate into all those die cuts. And the difference when you die cutting, especially with a really detailed die, is night and day. So the other day when I was cutting out the winter floral from Tattered Lace out of the Chrome Lux card, which is a thick card, I used a sheet of this in as a shim, and the difference was unbelievable. It almost embosses it a little bit more, if that makes sense. So what I would do is cut these in half, so you'll end up with 500 of them. And then use them as a shim through your die cutting machine. Of course, you can use them for storage. Absolutely, you can use them for storage if that's what you want to do. But as a replacement for Cut Tidy, it doesn't last quite as long, but it's what we use in our creative department every day. And we do a lot of die cutting. And we use these day in, day out. Yeah, Amanda's putting a thumb up. Yep, because Amanda does a lot of it. So if you want 250, /500, because you're going to cut them in half. Don't split them so you're using it as a single layer. Split them that way so that they've still got a double layer. You're going to get loads of that. Now, if you think about this, so let's talk about 500 sheets. If it's $9.99 for 500, it's $999, right? Not today, my friends. Never. Amanda, have you seen that price?
I can't see on here because
turn around then and have a look. So for what you would pay for 1 pack, you're going to get that little lot, right? That little lot. Amazing, right?
That's super cool.
Super cool. Now then, let's talk Christmas cake, shall we? Birthday cakes, piping bags. Now you can pipe, with your Capella and your Sirius paste from Cadence. Yes, you can. I know. Now then, in here, I'm going to be really naughty and open one.
There's loads open. If somebody wants to go into creative in
right.
the big end of the cupboards, they're
right.
all in there.
Okay. We've got a span of a wall of cupboards.
The whole wall of cupboards
on the
right hand side, in that end, they should be in there. David
Perfect.
knows exactly where they are.
Lovely. Right, now then, we brought these when we brought you the Sirius and Capella, and David was pasting with them, and they are fabulous. But inside here, you're going to get 100 disposable piping bags, 6 piping tips, 2 cake ties, and a reusable coupler. These, honestly, the deal is crazy. Now, our Emily and Amber, actually, Emily, who has come to work with us on an apprenticeship with Hannah doing social media, she has a little cake making business, and I have to say cakes are delicious, and Amber loves baking too. And she looked at these because she was on cameras one day and she went, blimey, I don't pay that price, I pay a lot more than that. For a lot less. So £4.50 before your discount is going to get you 100 piping bags, 6 piping tips, and they're metal. These are the ones that David made to use the leaves with the paste. Amanda, these with those moulds that are coming up where you make your flowers. They're going to be good, aren't they? With the leaves, for the leaves.
Absolutely.
Hello. That creativity light bulb just sparked in Amanda's eyes. She's now thinking, oh, look at all this.
So there's 5 open, but none of them has any of them tips. I mean, you could show
So we've got 5 open, which means we've got 30 piping tips, and we haven't got any. That'll be a conversation. But these are the bags. Look how thick these are. Look at that. Isn't that fab? £4.50. Well, I'm going to open one because you need to see what the tips look like. Right? You need to see what you're buying. I want to know what I'm buying. There's some scissors on there, Amber, please. Thank you. That's crazy. Anyway, I'll have a rant later about that. Right, let's get in here. I won't. I've learnt not to take my sword to every fight. Somebody said the other day, and I was like, oh, that's a really good one. I like that. Right, now then, inside here, let's open it up at the end. Now, Amber, you buy piping bags, I presume, don't you? And how much do you pay for yours?
My proper one is about 20 quid for all piping tips and stuff.
So £4.50 for 100 piping bags and 6 tips is pretty good then, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Right, now then, look at that. So you've now got your different tips in here as well. So if you make your own Christmas cards, you don't want to put them on your Christmas cards, Christmas cakes, look at these. I still have my mum's original one that they got for a wedding present. It's gone creamy now. It was white, I think, when she first got it. But I still have it in the drawer in the kitchen. I can remember doing that, putting the piping bag in, piping the meringue, making the, what do they call them, Viennese potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you swirled them round in the 70s. Do you remember that? With your hostess trolley that kept all the food warm. Absolutely.
Mine are plastic tips, they're metal.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. And you've got this piece. So this goes inside the bag. And then this bit just goes into there. So super, super easy. What are these for, Amber?
Oh, for the screwing your top back, so it doesn't like split out.
Oh.
The other end.
Okay. There you go.
That's in the top.
Stops it squirting out the other end. I'm not even going there.
No.
Oh, hello.
You tried that now.
I did. But you laughed. Right? And then Amanda has a slight delay, and then she gets. I was thinking about that yesterday. When we tell something, and David is like creased up laughing, and then all of a sudden Amanda will go, ha 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 ha. Yeah, I get it. You do, don't you? I love it. It's brilliant. It's very funny. I get 2 stages of laughs. Right, so we're going to put those in there, and that's going to go back in that box. But now you know what you're getting, but you're not getting that once, you're getting it twice. Right? Isn't that brilliant? Even if you just went out and bought yourself some muffins from your local supermarket, you can now pipe them, make them into cupcakes. I think they're really cool. Shop pipe, $9.99. Right, let's have a look at these little votive jars here, because you're going to get 24 of these, and these are brilliant. Now, when we bring you those Highlight Looks stickers, these are perfect for that, because you've got some really quite nice size, decent size images, but you've also got quite a lot of smaller ones. And I think these are going to be perfect. So whether you're using them as a shot glass, good luck getting up the day after if you're using those as a shot glass, but you know what I mean, because they're quite big. But also if you're making your candles and you've got bits left over, you know you always melt too much. Now you can put them in here. The other things I bought these, and what I've used them for is, everyone knows I love my Yankee candles. It's my treat. So once a month on payday, I'll go and buy myself a Yankee candle. I love them. But I don't love them when you get down to the bottom of a large jar and there's that much wax left in the bottom, because I've paid a pretty penny for that much wax in the bottom of that jar. So I run them under the tap with the hottest water, not boiling, but just under the hot tap. That water then gets underneath the wax and lifts it to the top, and then I melt it, and I've made my own of these. So now I'm getting every little last drop of wax out of those jars. Maybe you're going to use them just for making your candles. Maybe you don't buy candles, but you like the idea of having them. And the great thing about having a smaller candle, if I light the large jar candles, the rim's about that wide. So I have to wait until that's burned right the way across before I can put it out, because otherwise the flame then tunnels, and the wick, it goes right down the middle, and you're left with loads of wax around the outside edge. So having a smaller candle if I'm just lighting a candle an hour before I go to bed instead of having the main light on, these are perfect for that. But I think now you can personalise these with the vinyl and the alphabets. This takes this to a whole new level now, because you can personalise these. These could be your table decorations. They could be a little gift. So I'll tell you what you could do, Amanda. Personalise this with a sticker and a name, and then put inside a little bag of candle sand with a wick so that they can make their own candle when they get home. Maybe you want these in the bathroom. Maybe you're going to have a romantic evening. You're going to have a nice bubbly bath, a chill out. Well, Amanda's rolling her eyes. A romantic evening for me is having a bath and just chilling out on the sofa. That's enough, right? Even if I'm by myself,
As long
I
as
quite
I've got
like
my
it.
dogs, I'm
As long as
fine.
you've got your dogs, you're all right. There you go. So that would be perfect, wouldn't it? I think that's a really good shout. So 24 of these, shop small, $9.99. They're going to be great, personalised. Right, I'm just going to come back to these alphabets for a minute because these are a cracking deal. $8.99 for the uppercase and $8.99 for the lowercase. So these will cut, if you've got a Pro Cut or a die cutting machine that has a metal shim, these will go through your vinyl, okay? So it's super, super easy to do. Go on, Amanda. What? Have you just read something?
No, I've just had a moment.
Go on.
One of a few. Because there's lots of it,
Yeah.
cut them out in all your different formats. You know, if you've got bits left, and have them as your shaker card elements.
Exactly. Look at that. See? Good, isn't she? But if you want the uppercase, it's shop upper. If you want lowercase, guess what? Shop lower. I know, indeed. I'd be getting both of those.
Yep.
Because I think you can go really, really tiny with that. If you haven't got a scan and cut, they're brilliant. Right, back to the vinyl. So you're going to get, this is a cracking deal. If you haven't got this already, even if you have, get another one. Because I don't know how long this is going to last for. But this price is bonkers. So instead of being $59.97, today you're going to pay $17.99 before your discount. So you're going to get 10 sheets of your holographic vinyl. Amanda's like, I love this, I need it, I know. 10 sheets of your holographic, even on your baubles, you know, decorating up your baubles. And that's not a euphemism before you start.
I very nearly thought.
I know you
Where were
did.
you going with that?
I-
Decorate
I-
your baubles.
Decorate your baubles.
Okay.
There you go. Now then, look at these. Don't set me off on that path because I'm in that mood today. And 10 sheets of that and your bonus transfer tape. Okay? Super, super easy. So when you're doing this on your scan and cut, you're going to put your words on there and put a weeding box around it. And a weeding box will be a shape that the scan and cut will just automatically add for you when you switch the weeding on around those words. And then you peel back the excess from the weeding box, which means that you don't have to peel back the whole sheet of vinyl. Then you take all the little landlocked areas out, so in the A's and the R's and the B's, all of those out with your weeding tool, and then you take a piece of the transfer tape, cut it down to size, burnish it onto there, roll it back like you roll the backing off the stickers, and then lift that tape up and transfer it onto your projects. So it's super, super easy to do. The vinyl blade starter kit is still out of stock. It came back and went out straight away. However, if you go onto hairlightcrafts.com and look in the Brother Brand shop, you can put your email address in and we'll notify you as soon as it comes back into stock. So that's why it happened, because we bought loads in and they all went. 15 sheets of white. Fancy that? That's good, with your bonus transfer sheet. And 15 sheets of black. And the black is a chalkboard black. It's fabulous.
Absolutely.
If you're somebody that used to love your peel-off stickers for your sentiments, then this is absolutely for you. But it will die cut as long as you've got a metal shim. Okay? So you need to just take that into consideration. So, Shop Casa will get you 40 sheets of vinyl, 3 12 by 12 sheets of transfer tape for $17.99 before your club discount. Yes, darling.
You know the transfer sheets?
Yes.
Is it one use only?
No, you
Okay.
reuse them over and over and over
Right,
again.
okay.
Okay. Just take the piece and put it back onto the carrier sheet, because dog hair, cat hair, glitter, embossing powder just goes like that, whoop, like that. Loves it, doesn't it? It literally does that. It makes that noise too. You never heard it. It goes like whoop, sticks to it. Everything. Right, let's have another look at these drawer organisers, because these are blinking brilliant. The quality, 20%, I'm not surprised. The quality of this is fabulous. Now, imagine you've got all your little pots of embossing mica powders, your pots of mica. Here you go, all organised in here, because there's nothing, and I know this because this happens to me every time. So I have the rainbow towers in my craft room, the ones from Really Useful, because I love colour, and I wanted as much colour as I could have in the room, and I love it. But I bet I've got, I'm going to say 150 little pots of embossing powder. We used to distribute Stampendous. Do you remember that, with the Frantage? All of those pots of embossing powders and glitters. And every time I pull the drawer out, they all go whoop. And then they go whoop when I close it again. And it drives me crazy. These inside there are going to be brilliant. I'll tell you what else they're going to be really good for. Underneath things like your bathroom sink or your kitchen sink. Because when we clean our kitchen, underneath the cupboards, we've got to take all these individual things out to clean it, to put all the individual things back in. How much easier is it going to be just to take those out, clean, put them back in? And I have to say, and you know what I'm like, fussy isn't even a thing. I am the fussiest person, but these are a really, really good quality. You could use them in your fridge, couldn't you? I think a good shout is in your fridge as well, because you could have your tomatoes and your cucumber, you could have your lettuce in another one. I think they're brilliant. And if you want a lid, just put cling film over them, right? I wonder if they go in the freezer. I don't know whether they go in the freezer or not, but we need to investigate that, because that's not a bad shout either. Right, so you're going to get 2 of the extra large. You're going to get 4 of these. Now my pens, poker tools, scissors, tweezers are all going in these. How much easier is it to store them like that? If you've got a big workspace, imagine having all of these on your desk with all your bits and bobs on, and instead of working in that much space, because that's all that's left on your desk. Amanda?
Don't know what you mean.
No, I don't know. You don't. No idea what you mean. They can all be organised like this, and when you're done, even if you've got pens in them, they can just all stack. So you're getting 2 of the extra large, 4 of the large, 8 of the medium.
Love that
They're
size.
Great, aren't they?
Brilliant.
What would you use yours for, Amanda?
Practically absolutely everything that's on my desk. So, yeah, really.
Right.
And shall I tell you the exciting thing for me?
Yes, please.
Is because they're transparent.
Yes.
So if something's in there, I can actually see what's in there.
Exactly.
I'm not going scrabbling about looking for something. It's much easier to see something. And I've also found, if you see it, you actually use it.
Never.
You do, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, instead of it being in a brown cardboard box,
Yeah.
and you don't see it,
Yeah.
when it's in a clip and you see it, you go, oh, yeah, I'll use that.
Like that, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And then you get 14 of these. And I'll tell you what I do with these, organise my buttons.
Yep.
Ribbons.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, it's like Christmas lights, isn't it? When you put your ribbons in the drawer and you pull it out and they're all knotted. How does that happen? How does that happen?
I know how it happens.
How does it happen?
Because I live in the house with other people and they open the drawer and scrabble about and then they shut the drawer as if nothing's ever happened. And then I go in to use it and it looks like somebody's done a crocheted blanket with it all.
40% of these.
They're brilliant.
Aren't they? I am really impressed with the quality of those. I think they're fabulous. Also, in things like your garage or your shed, nuts, bolts, screws, little screwdrivers.
Your thingy toolbox, you carry around toolbox that opens up with all the, what are those things? Is it a concertina lid where you pull it out and it got extra shelves like that?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. One of those that has the metal hinges that goes up like that. Like
to have it. And then when you need it, you open up and you just take out the little screws and things that you need, take it with you and then go and put them back.
Good, isn't it?
Ethan.
I'll tell you what else. You could make little desserts in these.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could make little desserts. If you're having a tasting session, tasting, a dessert tasting.
We tried to educate David about that the other day.
What about?
These little jars. We said that you could do those ones.
Yeah.
That you could do 3 mini desserts.
Yeah.
You could do 3 and have them, and that's your dessert. You have 3 little ones.
Yeah.
And he went,
Why would I
"What?
want to do that?
Do you have 3 little ones and then you choose the dessert that you want?" I said, "No, David."
You can never have enough dessert though, can you? That's the thing.
That's the dessert, my
Who wants a
duck.
piddler little dessert?
He said-
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't get it.
No, I'm sure he didn't. Right, shop Hinge next. Now, I've got 6 here, but you get 20. No? Do you get 24 sets of 4? Or do you get 6 of them, which gives
In
you...
total, it comes to 24.
Right, okay, so you get 6 of them, and each one has 4 in.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's right?
24.
Okay, fine. Right, these are really good for your nail art, your gems.
Yep.
Yep, your crystal art,
Seed beads.
seed beads, all of that. If you've mixed a glitter or an embossing powder and you don't know where to put it, these. Now then, you can play a really good trick on people on Christmas Day with these as well. So you can put one on the table and go, "Can you just open these for me?" Because they won't open if you don't. That one is now. But you won't open if you just pull them. What you have to do is squeeze the sides and they pop. I could play with these for days. Ready? I love that. There's something about that. It's like those popping tools that the kids have, right? Look at that. Brilliant. So this I would absolutely use exactly for that. Not for nail art because I'm going to get my nails done. Crystal art possibly. But if I've mixed glitters, mixed embossing powders, put them into here because then you've got all your mixes in one place. Shop Hinge, $12.99 will get you 24 of those little compartments, or your pill boxes, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What about those? Either way, Shop Hinge, $12.99. Right, how are we doing on these boxes, please, Amber?
It says sold out the grey one, but there is one remaining. It says
Is there?
the grey.
Oh, well, there's one remaining on the
Karen,
grey.
quick.
And the white?
White's gone.
White's gone.
I had told Karen.
Oh. Oh, Amber's told you. Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's
Quick,
fabulous.
Karen.
Right, now then, something else that we've got which I think is brilliant. Amanda, you'll appreciate this because you used to do your aromatherapy, didn't you?
Did.
But you can also do lots of techniques with these if you've got ink refills or paint or things like this. So first of all, you're going to get 3 pipettes, and that's to put the liquid, whatever it is, into the little bottles. You're then also going to get, I'll just open this one up for you. These are really cute. You get 24, actually you get 48, because you're getting, everything I'm showing you're getting twice, okay? This is crazy. So you're going to get 24 in each box, 24 rollables, your 3 pipettes, and your lids. Now then, I love aromatherapy, and I have tea tree and lavender wherever I am. I have it in my car, I have it in the bathroom, I have it in the bedroom, I have it in my handbag, I have them everywhere. Lavender for burns is amazing. Also, listen, we live in a very stressful world at the moment, don't we? If you go out and buy yourself a little bottle of aromatherapy, you can mix your blends if you want to, make it right for you, and a little bit on your pulse points, there and there, and on your temples. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But you could also put your hybrid acrylics in here with a little bit of extender and make all your fabulous backgrounds with them. Have you ever tried using these on your jelly plate? You could, couldn't you?
Yeah, they work on your jelly
That
plate.
would give you a completely different texture. So maybe you want to give somebody an aromatherapy oil for Christmas that you want to just distribute it into smaller bottles so they can have them everywhere. With the rollerball, which I think are brilliant, they just pop in, and then the lids. Or don't use those at all. It's entirely up to you. You could then put your little bits and bobs inside there as well. These would also be really good. I'll tell you what these would be good in. I think these would fit in some of your Wondrous Shelving MDF that we've got coming back on Saturday. And now we've got the stickers for the Wondrous Shelving.
I'm sorry.
Got stickers? Well, the smaller stickers will fit the wondrous shelving, won't they? Because the compartments are tiny. It's a display thing. Could do a whole Halloween one, Amanda, with your lotions and potions.
I know, that's what I'm wanting to do.
That's what she's wanting to do.
Oh,
we've got to say bye.
Wow,
Oh, I'm
okay.
really sorry.
We got carried away.
We did. Now then, I just need to say to you, the next hour is David. And what we're going to do for the next couple of weeks, I believe, I don't know what if we're doing it every day or what, but we are bringing you an hour of education. So the products that you've already bought, we're bringing you an hour of education. Stephanie did it yesterday. David is doing it today. I'm sure at some point we'll go Mel, and I'll be like, yes, absolutely. For Scan and Coat, we'll do that for you as well. Amanda will probably come in and do something with art journaling or whatever her favourite thing is. I'm sure Lily will come in and do one, but next up it's David for an hour. Just education, no selling. I will see you at 6 o'clock for a happy hour. Very excited about that too. And our Amanda's going to give you away. Bye-bye. Thank you, Amanda. Thanks, Amber. And thank you. See you in a bit.